Hello. Alright, so
Hello.
we're gonna try writing fan fiction.
Yes.
Emphasis on try.
Very, very much emphasis on the try.
Right, so first we gotta figure out what kind of fan fiction to write about.
Shouldn't we introduce ourselves?
I guess.
Or no, is that for cool people?
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Wait, but if we're not cool people, then does that mean we're hot?
Wait, we could be attractive people, and attractive people introduce themselves.
You mean we're not attractive?
Start being fucking attractive then. Hello everyone, my name's Nicole.
My name is John.
And I am Aragos the Pillager. Nah, just kidding, I'm James.
Yeah.
And we're cool and attractive people, apparently. And we're gonna try to write some fan fiction very horribly, because we're usually reading horrible fan fiction, so we decided to follow in their footsteps.
Yeah,
Engineer, why?
Going to try
No. Seriously, I have a question, though.
Yes?
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No.
Said,
Neither
no.
is horseradish.
Oh, man.
Or ketchup.
Dang it, I was hoping ketchup would be an instrument.
All right, let me just put on my let me just put on my fly fishing hat right here.
No, but I was going places with that ketchup. No, just kidding.
No, John, never say that again. Going places with ketchup.
No, you mean like I was going to be walking the red carpet.
Oh my god, my Sim's ass is on fire again. Son of a bitch.
Oh my god. Okay, so let us decide what to write about. Okay, throw in your ideas quickly.
Team Fortress.
Team Fortress 2.
Warhammer 40k.
Oh.
Warhammer 40k. No. TF2 in the Warhammer 40k universe.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
Need a dispenser. Purge the unclean.
The scout would have to be a heretic.
Yes.
And to run fast, he must force labor with the bolter.
Yes.
And
yes, we will.
engineer, it's a Slaneshi.
No.
Noise.
No. The spy would be Slanesh. Would be on Slanesh.
No, see, he's a noise marine. The engineer's a noise marine.
No, wouldn't the pyro be noise marine? Because he's got like the his.
No, because see, the pyro.
Phlogistonator looks like a base cannon.
But the phlogistonator is made out of spirally metal. Phlogistonator.
Yes, but it's
stuff.
The whole thing about
Phlogistonator sounds like some sort of metabolic process.
no, phlogistonator sounds like some sort of.
Phlogistonator is acting up. Oh God, I'm sorry.
It sounds like some sort of like sex toy.
I phlogistonated and gained.
Why is everything always gotta go back to sex toy with you?
Because it's me.
Like you're sitting there thinking pictures of dragon dildos and stuff.
No.
I phlogistonated and gained 20 pounds.
Yeah, let me just get on my lip.
Okay,
enough. Quit your phlogistonating and let's do this.
You gotta masticate, man.
That was silly of me. I should have done that.
Wait, John, remember that one time when that one guy, like, he insulted you, but he called you domesticated?
Yeah, because I'm totally domesticated.
No, you're not.
No.
You're fucking Digimon.
Yes, I am.
Get back in my computer.
Oh, no,
Get
James.
back in my computer.
See, here's what happens.
Get back on that.
You are going to run away, and I'm going to explode your computer.
No, John, you're not gonna use Chaos Heretic tactics.
Of course he's gonna use Chaos Control.
Yeah, Chaos Control.
Chaos Control wasn't as good as Chaos Blast.
We are such Sonic faggots here.
I'm not. I'm not.
So let's recap here. We've gone from Team Fortress 2 to
Remember 40K.
a bunch of random conversations about phlogistonating and sex toys. Then we went to Digimon. Then we went to Sonic. It's a good
Alright, let's just talk about Team Fortress 2 then. No mixed universe shit as of the moment, because apparently our ADD-ridden minds cannot handle it.
I can handle it.
Yeah, but I mean, the Boulder Scout was going to be so awesome. It was going to be someone like friends with Frank Sinatra. I mean, that kind of thing.
Don't be bringing up Frank Sinatra in this.
Okay, no. It's
Too
like
soon.
the pyro is the dreadnought. The pyro is the dreadnought. Okay, so I'm gonna open up a Word document, and I'm just gonna jot down ideas.
So the scout was running from an engineer who was angrily throwing his wrench at the scout.
And get back
the
to
wrench hits the floor, bounces up, and hits a heavy in the face. The heavy throws his sandwich, and it hits a cloaked spy, who cries and runs away. And then the medic gets headshotted by a sniper. And then the sniper gets attacked by 3 other scouts.
Okay. Look, John, we're trying to write fan fiction. We're not trying to make the vicious cycle of CP Mario Kart.
No, that's CP2 for it.
But here's the best part. All the meanwhile, the administrator was sitting there laughing as she drank coffee. And then the coffee became a sushi monster. And the
administrator
sushi monster took over Team Fortress 2.
The sushi monster in Team Fortress 2?
Yes.
I know where I've seen enough porn to know where this is going.
Oh god. No, that's if we were mentioning Tenta Spy.
Oh no.
And
Wait,
you just did, Nicole. Thanks.
Good.
I'm gonna start running out right now.
JMC, that reminded me of Tentomon. So I just imagined like
this is just like a little
spy with like a
There once was a small blue Tenta Spy.
There once was a man named Bill. And he was a scout.
Farmer who lived on a rock.
Oh god, I know that one. Okay. There once up to once upon a time in the land of faggot.
I do not think you know what you are talking about.
I think you are mistaken.
Once upon a time on the planet of Calderis.
I had grown wings as
Okay. I got the first phrase down. Once upon a time. All right, let's do this.
Once upon a time, the scout wished that he was a bird.
Okay. Once upon a time.
And the sniper, who was jealous, whipped threw jelly at the bird.
I got it. Once upon a time.
Then the engineer, who was all the while watching this on top of the sentry gun, thought, what if I had a rocket launcher? So,
and then update.
He went to the soldier and was like, yo, I trade you for a rocket launcher. And then the soldier was like, heck no. So, he hits the soldier in the face with the wrench and steals the rocket launcher.
Because he's a blood raven.
He falls over and comes back to life as Captain Boreal. And goes, best Marines, today we have failed.
Once upon a time, the scout was running through the tunnels of 2 forts.
Guys, not hear my script there. It was genius.
It was less
watching my
the scout was running through the tunnels of 2 forts.
And the sounds of keyboards typing very audibly could be heard throughout the day.
Oh my god, John. I love you.
Commander Boreal, Indric Boreal,
teleported out of the floor, saying, I am the floor marine. And then he proceeded to make the room unclean, because everybody knows that Boreal lives in a pig's pen, where he found a diamond.
Commander Boreal deep striked into the blue fort of 2 forts.
Are we even writing the same thing?
I am.
James is kind of going off on his own narrative, ignoring my creative genius.
Well, I shall transcribe it for you then, sir. Eventually, whenever I'm not deciding to ghostbust with my ghost.
Yeah, you're being a very I'm sorry, but I'm
Did you just say sadomasochist?
What?
I meant with the
James.
What?
You are ignoring the narrative that I was weaving.
He was weaving a masterpiece. We should do a spy sniper just to make Brendan extremely uncomfortable.
He was weaving a scarf.
The spy was sitting there on top of a broken dispenser, weaving the scarf, happily humming the tune, thinking about the scout's mother, of whom he loves very dearly. Then the sniper comes up and goes, crikey, that's a nice scarf, I'll trade you. And that's how the Merc's Pride scarf was made.
That's how Manco started.
It's like,
and that's how Manco started.
And that is how the Merc's Pride scarf was made.
Because the spy said no. The sniper got mad and threw a Jarati at the spy. And the spy was like, Jarati? No!
40K.
And they fought. and the spy managed to cut the sniper's glasses. And the sniper, who couldn't see anymore, was like, "Me eye! And it's broken!" And then an orc appeared out of nowhere. And he's like, "Get off my ship, Space Marine!"
And then the scout no.
And the scout said no. And so what happened was,
Warboss
Bloodflash came out of nowhere and saw the scout's hat and said, "I like your hat, by the way." And then the internet happened.
No, and then Elephas.
And a new fan fiction was born.
In the warp, Elephas was playing Pokemon.
I love you all. Did you know that?
I did.
And Captain Boreal was sitting across from him.
No.
And then they decided to Pokemon Duel.
I got it.
Elephas
Boreal
let me do. No, I got it. Elephas. I got this. Elephas was chilling out in the rec room with Lord Charon and Bale. Because, that's what Chaos Lords do when they're not, chaosing everywhere.
Chaos controlling?
Totally chaosing.
Pretty much.
Chaos control.
Spreading heresy everywhere.
No, I got it, okay.
Elephas was playing Mario Kart on the Wii.
Listen. Elephas was on the computer talking to Cleverbot in the warp.
And then,
at which point he asked what he should do next to disrupt the Bloodraven's plans.
And then
Cleverbot said chocolate. So on that day, the warp rifts opened and chocolate rained from the heavens.
And then Tazon Day.
And then Boreal noticed the chocolate was falling on Karaba. And so Boreal decided he would build a chocolate throne. Only it was sunny outside that day.
And
so the chocolate melted. And then Sindri noticed this and told his buddy, who said, "Sindri." And then Boreal realized he was allergic to chocolate and got all
Boreal died there.
And then Boreal died there.
Damn.
Meanwhile, on the planet Calderis.
Force Commander Hairgel.
No, I got it. Meanwhile, on the planet of Calderis, Cyrus was looking for more people to do voice acting for. Suddenly,
he chanced upon the Hairgel, which metamorphosized into Force Commander Hairgel. Upon his completion of metamorphosation, yes, I didn't say that right, he went and started Dawn of War 2's campaign. And then Davian Fool, who was dating the Hive Tyrant, became sick because the Hive Tyrant had a toxic kiss. And then he came back as a Dreadnought and said, "Reaper malediction." And then stomped the Hive Tyrant, who was all upset because her one and only love had betrayed her.
And then, after the Hive Tyrant was defeated, Elephas and Aragast were planning their winter vacation, and they said, "Let's go to Aurelia." And so they got aboard their magical warp bus and went to Aurelia. But then the Bloodraven says, "No, the Aurelia is our planet." And then Aragast was like, "No, come at me, bro."
And then Korn was like, "No, come at me, bro." And he teleported it next to the Bloodraven's Judgment of Herion, where Force Commander Hairgel was getting his hair styled by
Tyranids. By
a Tyranid Hormigaunt. And then, after this had happened, Korn had a smiley face and said, "Problem?" as he faded into the great hereafter.
And then suddenly Nurgle came in and talked to Thule because Thule had the venom. And he said, "Sup, bro?" And then Thule said, "No, you are not my brother." And then Nurgle said, "But I am your brother." And then Thule dropped to his dreadnought knees and said, "No!"
There are a lot of and thens in here.
Then he was greeted by the spirit of Commander Boreal, who said, "He is not your brother." So Thule got up and pretty much just shot Olkaer to a million different little pieces.
Who shot Olkaer, who ate the bullet like it was a pie and smiled. And then he realized he really ate rockets. He started laughing and then exploded.
He,
And everybody that day was like, fat people go boom. Yay!
and then retribution. Elephas had failed, having left Argos behind with the rest of the Aurelian tour group, where they all were slaughtered by the Blood Ravens. So Lord Phaelbadon the Armless gave Elephas one more chance to stop the Blood Raven.
Phaelbadon the Armless.
You know what? You know why he's called that, right?
Phaelbadon the Armless was to eat a bowl of soup.
Was trying to eat a bowl of soup, but since he couldn't, he tried using his face, but it burned his face, so he's like, ah! And then Elephas said, no, I have failed, and then he's like, I am not in the mood for this, so then he's like, go down and retribute.
And retribute.
And then Ponies.
And then
Fluttershy flew in out of the heavens,
and
everything stopped.
For a brief moment,
had halted in complete focus on her.
And suddenly Horus came.
On landing, the dust settled from the uptorn ground, was trodden by crater holes from mortar shots, and many a stormbolter.
Suddenly Elephas came.
The Blood Raven Terminator Marines stared at their counterparts, the Chaos Marines, in wonder, knowing not what this strange creature really was, nor where it came from. Above them, the Chaos Rift had sealed, destroying their connection to the Chaos Gods in a single instantaneous moment. And thus the Spirit of Corn appeared, above all saying, enjoy bronyhood, brothers. You will never escape.
And then they saw season 3.
And then they saw season 3.
And then they said, no, we do not like the new gods. Or goddess, I don't know.
And then they saw Celestia, and they're like, we do not like the sun god.
And then Luna led the Luna heresy.
And then Luna decided to go to Celestia and say, it's Luna time. No, Luna, no. And then the Horus heresy began. Because Horus, who was secretly a pony in a human disguise, said, I must follow my queen.
And then Derpy, who was the pony arc of the blood. I don't know what can he?
In Derpy, the Horn Berserker landed with a very, very spiky touch.
Derpy was,
and upon landing, she broke the earth, and it exploded.
And then Kyrus was like,
Calderas, and Kyrus was like, bro, you and me be working together.
Mom.
So, now the Jamaican Kyrus and the Berserker Derpy set off to the moon, where they will go to the magical Walmart of power.
They went
and buy a power fist.
Bought some snacks, and soda, power fist,
who are too busy focusing on their boxes of snacks to notice this coming chaos.
And they realized that Lord Charon was working at the register. And so they gave him they put a box of heresy on the check thing, on the conveyor belt thing. And then he's just like, boxes! And then he checked them out, and then they went to Hawaii, where Kyrus decided to have a lava bath, and then he turned into a blood drinker, thirster thing.
Yes, but Kyrus decided to become a blood drinker. And then they drank the blood of the sea monkey.
Of Davian Thule and Gabriel Angelos.
They drank the blood of a sea monkey, which made them turn into secret fishes, who swam off into the ocean to create the Little Mermaid.
And then Diomedes.
And then Diomedes was born. And his first words after his exit of his mother's womb.
No. When you know how like they used to spank
Diomedes.
No. You know how they used to like spank the babies, like to make sure and like make them cry. Like how they used to do that.
They spanked him, and instead of crying,
he said,
Diomedes
"Brother, I am hit."
Instead of crying, he cried out,
"Brother, I am hit."
And then puked up a thunder hammer. And as the thunder hammer wielding baby of justice, he destroyed the doctor of heresy.
However, he had recently discovered that the hospital had actually been
a screamery.
It turned out the hospital had actually been the one that's in the place that I can't remember from Halloween 2.
The hospital turned out to be the stomach of a laughter marine, at which point it began to rumble violently as the marine swelled up with laughter at absolutely nothing, but to somehow manage to find it funny anyway. And as a result, they all became laugh marines.
And suddenly, the angry Marines came in. Ah, damn, that's wrong.
And then James got tissue and wiped his nose.
Suddenly, John Fucklaw, Commissar of the Angry Marines, arrived and said, "Rrrr," and then he threw Diomedes into a drop pod and sent him off into space.
Then Diomedes, who had been drifting in space for 100 years,
Crash landed on Earth and
was
was found by... No, he crash landed on Earth and was found by the Kent, who named him Clark. But then he decided to wear blue, but then he realized that he was actually a blood raven, and so did not like blue. And so Diomedes took up his magical hammer once again and became Diomedes.
No, see, Diomedes actually landed on the planet of Hergelia and met the local indigenous population of Force Commander Hergelia.
But they had rejected him because he did not have hair.
Who rejected his appearance because he had not any hair. And then Diomedes had the stark idea. He would buy the local merchandising product, Hair Gel Forever, and grow a hair gel of his own. And through this advocate of his will, he would interconnect with the society and turn them into what is now known as the Ultramarines chapter.
That's right.
That was amazing. I didn't even have to put any thought into that because it suddenly went from Team Fortress 2 all the way to fucking, 40K, and I was like, alright, my brain just shut down.
Then we have been successful.
Suddenly.
That hurt my face so much.
Suddenly. And suddenly. From the grave. Suddenly, Davian Thule returned and said, "Diomedes, you must come with us. The universe is in danger." Then Diomedes said, "My planet needs me." And then he floated into space and initiated the warp drive.
He floated into space and became Captain Space Diomedes. The judgment of Diomedes. And then he became a spaceship.
And then Diomedes traveled back in time.
And then Diomedes he went back in time
and became Jesus.
Super Diomedes.
And became Jesus.
He became Super Diomedes. Became spiky golden hair and a really shiny hammer. And after using this hammer, he defeated Eliphaz for the last time. Only Eliphaz had secretly used the I win button. And then Super Diomedes exploded and went further in time and became Jesus.
And when he was crucified, he said, "Brother, I am pinned here." But because they could not understand English, they said, "Lord, why have you abandoned me?" But what he really said was, "Emperor, you have abandoned me." And then his morale was broken, and then he died. But then they put him into a dreadnought. Where he became Winston.
You will not interrupt my storytelling, Alex.
He became Winston Churchill.
He became Winston Churchill.
And defeated
the Bulldog of Britain.
And created the Death Corps of Krieg from the defeated Germans. There he met Adolf Hitler, who he almost There he met Adolf Hitler and Charlie Chaplin. And said, "You guys have cool mustaches, I want a cool mustache." And then they said, "No, because you cannot grow facial hair, because you are bold and foolish." And then Saint Boreal went back in time and appeared like the Terminator does. And then he
said,
Boreal he killed Hitler and Stalin and Kim Jong-il.
And then this magical mustache and mystical power attached itself to Diomedes' upper lip in a seemingly listless fashion so as to afford him a very sleek and look. Upon completion of this merging function, Borealstache, now a mustache of profound amounts of power, exploded outwards in a very profound amount of light, screaming nothing but, "For the Emperor." Upon doing so, he killed Hitler, Winston Churchill, and Chaplin in a single blow.
Later on,
Joseph Stalin, who was sitting there in the corner, was laughing like an angry Russian.
now you see, after this, Boreal's body had been weakened by the outburst of power, so he sat down in bed and became Zordon.
Oh, shit. No, now we're getting into Power Rangers territory. Oh, shit.
And became Zordon.
And then he made them ninjas.
And then the ninjas put on shiny masks and started becoming show-offs. And thus Power Rangers was born. A show where everybody over-exaggerates their body movements and there's lots of explosions with flying sparks for absolutely no reason. It was
How it works, man.
where men become giant metal robot dogs and cats and rhinos and bears and
then Lord Charon went in and it was like, boxes, metal boxes. And then he turned into a metal box.
He died and became and then he became the very thing he hated the most, a metal box.
And then
Korn
was like, yo.
As a dreadnought.
And then Korn was like, and then Zent was like, I'm gonna change this. But then Korn was like, no. And then he hit Zent in the face with an axe.
And then Zent, crying out pain, said,
and then
now we shall create Pokemon to rebuke you from your terror.
And then Zench died, and then Slaanesh, did what Slaanesh does.
Zench died, and then Ash Ketchum was born, ignorant of what Slaanesh was doing in the back with that body. Ash Ketchum, born of Zench, threw a Pokeball at Korn, unknowing of what would happen. The angered Korn swatted the Pokeball back and caught
Ash
Slaaneshi Demonette.
And then named him...
It became completely retarded and started saying its own name over and over again.
And thus...
Using the Pokeball, Ash said, Slaaneshi Demonette, I choose you. And then it said Slaaneshi Demonette and attacked Korn, who sent them to Earth in a respectable attempt to screw up everything.
They didn't send him to Earth, they sent him to Japan.
He sent them to Japan, where they landed in Tokyo in a very respectable attempt to screw up everything that's on the planet.
And then suddenly, the Britannian Empire attacked.
Then the Britannian...
Oh my god.
We've gone from, Team Fortress 2 to Warhammer 40k to My Little Pony, back to Warhammer 40k, then Pokemon, and now we're going into Code Geass.
Oh, don't you forget, we went to Power Rangers.
Right, I forgot that.
Then Pokemon.
God damn it. God damn both of you.
This isn't even fan fiction, this is just mindfuck.
That's what I'm calling this, mindfuck.
Aren't
Mind
they all,
fiction.
though?
We're gonna call this mind
mind
fiction because
We've created a new genre.
You know what it's just like the what genre this is now? This is
I am disappointed.
you know what genre this is? Duh! This is
the genre of frontal lobotomy.
This is the lobotomized genre. This is
Anyway,
lobotomized,
back to the story.
blended, resurrected
You
using
were saying
black magic.
Okay, so wait. It landed in Tokyo in a respectful attempt to blow up everything. Now, what happened after this?
I have an idea. Cool story, bro.
Okay, then I will continue the narrative from
And
here.
then
Ash
said,
Ash, being the trainer that he always wanted to be, decided that the Tokyo's leader, the Emperor of Japan, was suddenly a Pokemon badge, and said, I must claim this badge. And used... Yes, I'm telling them bedtime stories from the grave. Anyway, so he is like this. I must acquire this badge. I must acquire this badge and put it in my shiny box of badges. At which point he had put Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, George Bush, Obama, and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And by now, okay,
and
it's getting late,
afterwards,
so I'm gonna wrap this up quickly. We need to wrap this up quickly.
He shrunk the Emperor and put him in the box, unknowing that he has tempted Boreal to come save his beloved leader.
By then,
and so Dawn of War was born.
By then, Christian Weston Chandler had escaped to the planet of Japan, and then the Empire declared extermination upon the planets, and everybody died. And then the narrator's son was like, "That was a cool story, Dad." And then he said, "Shut the fuck up and go to sleep, you crazy bastard." And then, good night.
That is how it went.
And that's how Equestria was made.
And that is how Equestria was made.
Just add that at the end.
That was a really, really good story.
Good story, Mark.
It will never make sense, but it's still good.
If you unlock... Okay, if anybody unlocks these secrets, you will unlock eternal knowledge. It's like that one thing where you try to unlock eternal knowledge, but you may go completely insane in the process.
You see, this is the eightfold path to enlightenment in about an hour.
You will now face trial by fire. You will face trial by... Okay, there are three... There's like trial by fire, trial by...
Trial by fire.
Trial by mind fuck.
There's trial by fire, trial by...
Oh, but James, you cut it off so early. The Emperor was going to become Flame Dramon. Dang it, man.
God damn.
But the Emperor already was Flame Dramon.
You see, then I was going to say, then he shrunk the Emperor, put him in a giant metal box.
And he was like, "Honey, I shrunk the Emperor."
And then he's like, "Honey, I shrunk the Emperor."
And
then the box exploded, and the Emperor, who had turned into Flame Dramon, was like, "Flame Dramon, the fire approach." And then he just fired in rock attack to blow up Japan. And then Japan, now blown up, turned into a giant gumball. It was full of people. And then they hired the army to blow the gumball open, and everything went back to normal. Except everybody was permanently painted pink.
And so the Blood Ravens took this as a lighter shade of red and stole everybody. The end.
Oh my god. I'm usually the one talking, but you guys just overwhelmed my mind.
Is that it?
Is
that it?
Yes, that was it.
Yes, that better be it.
Okay, I hope it's it, because it's like 9 o'clock. It's almost 9 o'clock here, and...
That was amazing. When did we start the story at?
Like, it was only like 8:30, man. Like, it wasn't that late.
Yeah, it was 13 minutes, so maybe I could... I don't know.
It was 13 minutes of, like, completely...
I don't even know anymore.
Enlightenment.
Wow. Okay. Yes, this is it. Gonna stop the recording, I guess.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I am James.
I am John.
And I need help.
And remember,
And this is how
stay true to your cause, brother. The Emperor protects all.
Loaded bolts are never hurt either, bro. Yeah, and, well, that is how you would write be a appropriate word for this. I don't even think this could be classified as writing.
That's the mind fiction. This is the narrative
This is
of
how
the
you
deep
conjure.
soul.
This is how you conjure a fan fiction from the depths of hell.
See, from this point it will be refined like a very nice powder into the really hellacious drug that is fan fiction.
And then snorted by many, many women.
Yeah, by many, many, many a young internet viewer.
Good night, everybody.